Hey everybody, Jim Chester coming to you live here from Genesis Pediatric Conference. I have Jorge Campos here with me. This guy is a powerhouse when it comes to what he's doing with Sherman College of Chiropractic. Before we jump into this, let's say a couple nice words to Stu and Terry Warner for having Sherman here and yourself with being able to be a member of this big family.
Oh, absolutely. Kids are extremely special to us at Sherman. We have great teachers teaching, the pediatric courses, and chiropractic is essential for the development of a human being. We all have a nervous system, so kids need to get checked. They need to get adjusted. So we're super happy to be here and support this seminar that we're having here because it's just amazing.
Yeah, so I just want to say thank you to Stu and Terry for having Chiro Hustle out here, and I want to thank Natalie and Local Gold for co-branding this event with us. I know you're doing something really special. You left Chile a couple weeks ago. I've interviewed you at Mile High recently, and I also interviewed you out at the Chiro Fest.
I'm a frequent now, so yeah.
So this is our third interview, maybe a month.
Yeah.
So let's just tell people how much of a love you have to leave Chile and to be working with Sherman.
Well, that was hard. I'll be honest with you, it was really hard, being in an office, seeing tons of people a day, seeing improvement, getting hugs and everything. But it's not about me, it's about chiropractic. And when Dr. Cordero gave me a call and said, hey, we need you on the team, we need to bring chiropractic to the world, we need to bring Sherman to the world, I'm like, you know what, I'm in. Because it's not about the institution itself, it's like the leadership. Dr. Cordero, Dr. Cohen are doing such an amazing job. That campus in the last 6 years, man, you just won't believe it. It went from just having this old building, this little trailers to have class. Now they have a $20 million building for students. They are growing. They look modern. They are investing money and time on the students. It's just amazing. So if you haven't been to Sherman, please go. You'll be surprised. It's like a complete brand new campus.
And I know that Jorge and I have gotten a knack to talk about this beautiful campus, but let's talk about your beautiful position.
Yeah, so I am the director of ROAR. ROAR stands for Reach Out and Recruit. So literally, I'm kind of like a missionary of chiropractic, and I love it. Last week, for example, so I want to thank Dr. Scott Baker and Dr. Lindsay Mack. They actually went to colleges and spoke about chiropractic to possible students. So this is the thing, we want people to go into the chiropractic profession at least knowing something about it. To me, it was so shocking. I still remember my first day at Palmer. Someone there just stood up and said, welcome students. How many of you have never been adjusted? More than half of the class raised their hand. So I was like, man, what are you doing here? You've never been to a chiropractor? So I realized that quite a few people are like, well, I like health sciences. I want to study something related with healthcare. So, okay, I'll go to chiropractic college. And honestly, I think that's not enough. You need to know what you're doing. So when we go to colleges and we speak to students, we bring the chiropractic message and we create an impact. It was so great to I went to a university and I was talking to the director of the physical therapy program. And he wasn't at the beginning very friendly because they thought that we were competition. And after I talked to him, he was like, wow, this has nothing to do with physical therapy, and this is amazing. And he invited me over to go to the campus again. So that's the thing. We need more people out there to tell the chiropractic story, to share the message. So if you want to join me, you can just get in Google and type Sherman College ROAR, and you're going to get to our page. You can register for the ROAR program. It's free. You don't have to pay a dime. We'll need your talent and your money. No, not your money, but your time. And you can go with me to different colleges in the area, and we can talk about chiropractic. And also what's really cool is if those students like what you share with them, they're probably going to go to your office. They want to learn more about it. And finally, we can give those students a scholarship under your name. So you become their mentor and their inspiration, really. So it's amazing.
So there's three things that we're talking about here with Sherman College, and the third we aren't going to mention, but just give your time and your talent and work with Jorge to bring an amazing event to your community to where you guys can go in there and share the big idea of chiropractic with that community. And that's the greatest gift you will ever give back, is just what I always hear about chiropractors is we need to educate more people.
Yeah.
We need to educate more people.
Yeah.
We need to tell the story. Mm-hmm. Over and over and over. If I had one more chiropractor before I started this podcast tell me we need to tell a story, we need to tell a story, we need to tell a story. So once I had so many chiropractors chiropractors tell me that we need to tell the story, you know what I did? I just kept on telling the darn story. And I think that that's something very special about what you get the opportunity to do now is make an impact at the collegiate level. And so many of those, like you said, PT, we are more alike than we are different. And that's the thing is like as a culture, we're so much more alike. So we always want to say that guy's wrong. But how can we be wrong when we're both right?
Exactly. And like, for example, this week, I went to an event with high schools. So they're little, they haven't even started college yet. But I had this 14-year-old girl paying attention to me, fascinated. Like, she grabbed the spine, looked at it, and she tells me right there, oh my gosh, I want to be a chiropractor. So I got one of those little note cards that future students, they fill up with their information, and that's usually for college students. But she was just so happy to grab that card and write her name down, and we're going to send them some goodies and things like that. And she's just 14. And I honestly believe that she was really impressed with the chiropractic story. So it is never too late, never too early. So if you want to share this story, like I know you do it every day in your office, and thank you for doing that. I know you are probably giving like patient lectures, and you're sharing the story in your office. But when you step outside of your office and you're a part of your community, like I just don't want you to be a chiropractor. I want you to be the chiropractor for your community. So when you go to the college, you go to the high school, you go to like different events, people are going to know who you are, and we're super happy to support you with that. We'll support you. Like we will bring materials, we'll be there with you. So that's what I do. So my job is to bring chiropractic to the world and bring, the Sherman idea to the world.
So I never asked him this, but why Sherman?
Why Sherman? Well, like I said before, I see what they've done. Like when Dr. Cordero arrived to Sherman 6 years ago, there were 187 students. The buildings were super old. People were like having class in these little trailers. And now you go and it's a complete different campus. And I'm not talking only about like visual, which is great, but like you go there and the students are like absolutely passionate about chiropractic. Like you go there and they're wearing khakis and shirts because they're like, yeah, we're going to be doctors. We're going to be professionals. So they decided to do that. We didn't force them to dress like that. I go to the campus and it's 50-50, 50% male, 50% female. So it's such a great energy, such a great place to be that it's like utopia, man. Like I just cannot believe it. Every day I'm there, I cannot believe it. I mean, this is for real. Like people loving chiropractor, they're going to be wonderful doctors, they're going to be serving their community. So when they invited me to be part of that, I'm like, I'm in, man. I mean, this is a dream come true.
So I also have a lot of admiration for Ed and for Neil and the leadership at Sherman. I love what they are doing on a global scale to spread the word of chiropractic through the excellence of the adjustment. I think that there's so much to be said about teaching chiropractors to become world-class adjusters. Plus you do this program called the G10 that performs well when it comes to the chiropractor actually exiting the school and going into the business world and not feeling like they're alone or with no tools and skill sets to be able to become successful. I think that that's one of the greatest things you guys do there is build the future chiropractor to be successful after they leave the institution, because I know there's a lot of institutions that while you're in school you really matter because you're paying the bills.
Yeah.
But when you exit the school, you matter less. Yeah, you matter less. And I know that when you guys are preparing the future chiropractor from Sherman, you give them all the tools and all the skill sets to go out there and to be an active participant in their community, but also learn how to do the business strategies.
Oh, absolutely. Like all chiropractic colleges, they have business classes. So I know that. I had a business class in Palmer, but it was only like one semester. And that's it. Here at Sherman, Dr. Cordero said, we don't want people to be in debt for the rest of their lives. We don't want them to suffer. So he created this program with lots of really amazing consultants. They created this program called the G10. So from day one, like they start their first quarter and they start getting business classes, how to get a loan, the publicity, who to talk to, a business plan. So every single quarter. So when the time comes to graduate, you can literally open your office the next day. And the final goal, that's why it's called the G10 program, is because they want you to pay back all your student loans in 10 years, which is possible. It's doable. So if you follow the program the way that they're teaching you to do it, you're destined to be successful. And that's great for the profession too. I mean, there are so many chiropractors suffering right now, and they don't have to suffer. So I wish I had that mentorship when I went to school, really.
So I didn't ask Jorge this before. Is there anybody that you like to say hi to out there?
Yeah, absolutely. There are lots of people. I want to say hi to all the Hispanic community watching this show right now. I'm gonna say it in Spanish. Gracias por estar viéndonos. Es un placer. Con Jim tenemos una sorpresa muy buena que van a saber muy pronto. Así que no nos hemos olvidado de ustedes. I said in Spanish that we're gonna have a nice surprise for them, you and I. So there's more to come.
Yes. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's jumped on this live. If you found some value in this and you're watching on replay, hashtag value or replay in the comments there. If you guys are looking to upgrade your digital footprint in the chiropractic space, reach out to Natalie at Local Gold. Go to localgold.com. Schedule your free consult with her. Find out how she might be able to help you retool your curb appeal with your website and your digital marketing. If you guys have not been over to Chiro Hustle, go over to chirohustle.com. Check out our website. Go on to iTunes or Spotify or check us out on Instagram or Facebook. But we love and appreciate you guys. We just want to thank you all for being active participants in the growth of the Voice of Chiropractic with us.
People don't realize how much gold there is there. I mean, you have interviewed so many successful chiropractors that they gave you so many pointers. Like, if people just sat down there and I listened to every single piece of advice there, man, it's amazing. So listen to this guy. He knows what he's talking about.
We've been at it for almost 2.5 years now on this platform.
Yep.
But when we first met each other, what was it? I was making a documentary on chiropractic, and I said, hey, we need some help translating this into Spanish. And what did you say?
Oh, I did it immediately. I saw the documentary. I played it all the time in my office. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to add the Spanish subtitles. And again, it's all about chiropractic. I mean, Jim, you're doing this because you love the profession. Even though you're, quote-unquote, not a chiropractor, you have more love and passion for this profession than many chiropractors that I know. So I appreciate you for that. And yeah, we're going to keep working hard. It's not about us. It's about chiropractic.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm going to give you a big hug, buddy. And I'm going to close out and thank you, Stu and Terry, for bringing us together as one big chiropractic family out here in East Brunswick, New Jersey for Genesis Pediatric Conference 2019. And if you guys want to know, you guys are just one story away. Keep hustling. We'll see you on the next one.